Business today is much more than just making profits. In fact, companies are now expected to have a positive impact on society, the environment, and the lives of their employees. And what better way to do that than through philosophy? One of the best ways to learn how to conduct business ethically and sustainably is by looking at ancient Greek philosophers. They were some of the most influential thinkers of their time, and we believe their ideas are worth exploring now more than ever. Here are the most important business lessons from the ancient Greeks. Number 1. Aristotle's ethics. Aristotle believed that a virtuous life was the key to happiness and fulfillment. This philosophy was an influence on the ancient Greeks, who believed that the good life was one that was lived in accordance with reason and morality. Aristotle believed that individuals should seek fulfillment and happiness, but not at the expense of others. He believed that people could find meaning and fulfillment in their work if they pursued it with a sense of purpose and integrity. And this idea is still relevant today. Numerous psychological studies have shown that people who feel that their work has meaning and purpose are more likely to be productive and engaged. Besides being a great philosopher, Aristotle was also a great biologist. He founded his ethics on a psychological theory of human nature, claiming that we are inherently virtuous, rational, social, and happy. Governments and organizations must create the best systems possible to allow humans to fulfill their natural drives. Aristotle's philosophy influenced Edward Deci and Richard Ryan's self-determination theory, which holds that if you give employees meaningful and morally worthwhile tasks, they'll work harder for you and perform better. Humans want to believe in and serve something. If you appeal to your employees' better nature, they will respond. Your employees will be more motivated if you allow them to satisfy their natural curiosity through learning opportunities. It could be vocational training, but it could also be learning about the world, ideas, and culture. Is your company holding an evening or lunchtime lecture series similar to Google Talks? Could it provide credit for evening adult learning classes, as Cadbury and Ford have once done? So, here's some practical advice to consider. If you want to create a sense of purpose and fulfillment for your employees, a good idea might be to focus on positively impacting society and the environment. That's the safest path. And it can be achieved through corporate social responsibility initiatives such as donating to charity, reducing your carbon footprint, and supporting local communities. Number 2. Plato's Republic. Plato's Republic is easily one of the most influential works of philosophy in history. In its pages, he outlines his vision of an ideal society in which everyone has a role to play and works together for the greater good. This idea is still relevant today, as many companies are now adopting a more collaborative approach to business. By working together toward a common goal, employees can achieve more and feel more connected to the company's long-term mission. Plato also believed that individuals should strive for excellence in all aspects of their lives. This means that businesses should not only focus on profit, but also on encouraging employees to develop their growth mindset and take care of their well-being. Another aspect of Plato's philosophy that can be applied to business is his emphasis on education. Plato believed that individuals should constantly strive to learn and improve themselves. This can be applied to the workplace by offering training and development opportunities for employees. By investing in their employees' education, businesses can not only improve their bottom line, but also create a more knowledgeable and skilled workforce. Now for some more practical advice, we suggest you focus on fostering a collaborative work environment by encouraging communication and teamwork. Hold regular team meeting activities and create opportunities for employees to work on projects together. Furthermore, it's important for the employees to feel that the company is not just using them, but that it cares about their future and is willing to invest in it. This means offering employees access to free courses, psychology sessions, and education in general. Number 3. Socrates' wisdom. Socrates is perhaps the most well-known ancient Greek philosopher. He's known for his wisdom and his commitment to living a virtuous life. His philosophy centered around the idea of questioning everything, including one's own beliefs and assumptions. Socrates argued that we have the right to think for ourselves. He warned that humans often sleepwalk through life simply following the crowd. And this is dangerous in moral matters, particularly in corporate governance. When corruption is uncovered, too often people say, everyone else was doing it. But our personalities are our responsibility. Socrates was literally willing to die rather than to violate his conscience. Is your organization supportive of independent thinkers and people who act on their conscience? Is it possible to provide critical feedback to managers? Does it provide opportunities for good people to call out bad behavior? This is very relevant as companies are now often encouraged to adopt a growth mindset and be open to new ideas and different ways of doing things. So it might be a good idea to encourage critical thinking in your company and organize workshops that facilitate that. Managers often end up with blind spots, and encouraging employees to think freely and offer valuable feedback can bring a lot of help to an organization. Number 4. Epicurus and the art of happiness. Epicurus believed that pleasure and happiness are the ultimate goals in life. However, he thought that true happiness came from living a simple life free from the distractions of wealth and material possessions. And this idea is still relevant today as many people are now looking for ways to simplify their lives and go down a minimalist path. He warned that humans are terrible at being happy and fantastic at inventing reasons to be unhappy. He proposed that philosophy teaches us how to be happy. It could, for example, teach us how to focus our attention on the present moment and savor it. It also might teach us to limit our desires to what is easily obtained rather than inflating our needs with an endless supply of artificially simulated desires. Some businesses are now adopting Epicurus's philosophy and attempting to teach their employees the art of happiness. For example, Tony Tsai, the CEO of American shoe company Zappos, is so committed to the company's happiness courses that he sold the company to Amazon on the condition that it maintains its unique happy culture. But there's something crucial to consider here. Companies should exercise caution when requiring all of their employees to adhere to a single philosophy of the good life. As we've seen, there are numerous approaches to attaining what the Greeks call eudaimonia. Businesses can and should try to foster an ethical culture that embraces all of these different ways of life. Number 5. Plutarch and the importance of being a role model. As a leader, it's important to understand the power of your own behavior in shaping your employees' actions. Plutarch, the ancient Greek historian and educator, recognized that humans are social creatures who constantly observe and imitate the people around them. That's why it's crucial for you to set a good example for your employees to follow. Your employees will watch how you behave, how you treat others, how you cope with pleasure, and whether you follow through on your promises. And they will imitate you. If you talk about ethics and then cut corners at the first opportunity, your employees will follow your lead. Therefore, it's essential that you practice what you preach and consistently demonstrate ethical behavior. This not only sets the tone for the entire organization, but also creates a culture of integrity and trust. Plutarch also believed that your best young employees will use you as a benchmark to aim for and exceed. It's natural for them to seek to compete with you and surpass your accomplishments. Instead of seeing this as a threat, you should encourage healthy competition and empower your employees to reach their full potential. This not only benefits them, but it also benefits the organization as a whole. So, to wrap all of this up, as a leader, it's your responsibility to provide your employees with better patterns to imitate. You must lead by example, practice what you preach, and create a culture of integrity, trust, and excellence. By doing so, you can shape the behavior of your employees and create a positive and successful organization. The ancient Greeks were some of the most influential thinkers of their time, and their ideas still resonate greatly with us today. By looking at their philosophy, we can learn valuable lessons on how to conduct business ethically and sustainably. From Aristotle's ethics to Plutarch's, there are many lessons that we can apply to modern-day businesses. And with this being said, it's time for a curtain call on this video, but not before we ask you a question. What does your ideal work environment and culture look like? Drop your answers in the comments below. We're always so curious how the perfect job and routine looks like for you. And if you found this video valuable, don't forget to return the favor by tipping us with a like. As always, thanks for watching, and if you'd like to learn some more, why not check out this video next?